hear the drums? Megan gave a binder or something.
The one Megan gave us?
Program. The live stream is kind of falling apart.
Arms!
Okay, the next thing that I would like to hear is a victory song. Oh, memorial. Okay, my apologies. Okay, we're gonna do a memorial song next. So, if you'll bear with us.
Still a loop, but I'm not sure. What's that? I said I can't tell if it's a loop though or not because like it's a lot of subtle movement. I don't know if we changed the camera angle. You can tell clearly. And my hearing just isn't good.
two, forward, march. March time, march. Color guard, hold. 1, 2, pose, color. One, two, forward, march. Mark time, march. Color guard, hold. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Victory song, everyone. Dance in place if you know how to dance. And sharing in the victory of our military. Dance in place, everybody. Dance in place. All right, you all may be seated. I'm sorry if you weren't able to hear earlier, but there was a little bit of a powwow protocol going on. There was basically a grand entry song that would bring all the dancers in and the color guard in. There was a flag song, which is like our national anthem for all the different tribes. And then there was the memorial song, which I'm not 100% sure what the meaning behind that is right now. But basically to remember our fallen and stuff like that. And then was the victory song, where we all dance in place and the color guards move out. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't explain this earlier. This weekend is also Veterans Day weekend, and here in the Cheyenne and Arapaho Nation, and throughout Indian country and Turtle Island, our military, our veterans are the ones who we honor. We hold them to high esteem because of the sacrifice that they made, to protect us and to watch over our families and all that kind of stuff. Our warriors have always been what we've always looked up to. And that's why most of our leaders were warriors, wore bonnets, stuff like that. Speaking of which, are there any veterans in here? Go ahead and stand up. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Okay, just so I can read off the names of the young people that were here, I didn't get a chance to fully say that. The first one that we have on the list is Zayla Atadleti. She's Iowa, from Oklahoma, and she was holding a rifle. Melissa Chalepa. Sorry, I'm butchering these names. Apache from Oklahoma, rifleman. Kaylin Coleman, Kiowa, Oklahoma, rifle. Ava Follett, Iowa, Oklahoma, rifle. Nathaniel Tallyman. I can't say that. It's a Hualapai. Yes, thank you. Dene, Arizona, rifle. Nolan Tallyman. Can you say that one more time? Hualapai? Yes, Hualapai, Dene, Arizona, rifle. Elijah Tolles, Cheyenne Arapaho, Oklahoma, U.S. flag. Nanaba Zoni, Nanaba Zoni, Joni, sorry. Tom, Dene, New Mexico, Oklahoma flag. Sulin Walks, Crow, Montana, the Riverside Indian School flag. I'm sorry, I cannot announce it. Aralis? Aralis Yeslith. Dene, Arizona, Eagle Staff. I'm sorry that I butchered y'all's names, but I really appreciate you all being here. Okay, so next we will be bringing Renee up here to do the tribal roll call and elder intros.
Kashi. Ho Renee Begay Lechina. Ho Golo Takodan Gageli Ko Awan Chatla. Hello everyone. My name is Renee Begay. I'm from the Pueblo Zuni and I belong to the Sandhill Crane clan and I'm a child of the Eagle clan. Continuing with protocol, I am going to be naming off all the tribes that are represented here and any of the tribes that I say, if you wouldn't mind standing up and then sitting down, it's a long list. And we can hold our applause until the end if you want to. And afterwards, I'll be doing introducing the elders. So for those of you who are here in person, we also have a live stream link for people to join online. I don't know if it's working, but we're also going to recognize people that have identified on their registration. So if you don't see any of the tribes that I name off stand up, then it's probably because they're online. They're joining online. But we also want to recognize them. So I want to thank Cheyenne and Arapaho Nation for inviting us. Thank you, Alakwa. Thank you so much for your hospitality and your willingness to host us. And I got serious something to say Eskimo. So, Seminole, Wyandot Nation, Cherokee. There's lots of you guys. Cree, Saulteaux, Crow Nation. All right. Rui Kuan, Ainu. I think he's online. Lakota. Navajo Nation. Navajo. Dene. Tlingit. Ojibwe. Yaqui. Zuni Pueblo. Hi. My baby's over there too. Apache. Yurok. Wingtu. Hoopa. Welcome. Assiniboine. Muskogee Creek Nation, Kiowa, Chickasaw, Nez Perce,
Let's go!
Blackfeet Nation, Choctaw. You're both. Pawnee, Southern Ute, Oglala Lakota,
Get that mic go louder.
Sichango Oyate Lakota, Bad River Chippewa, White Mountain Apache, Eastern Shoshone, Mandan Hadassah Rickowa, Boys Fort Land of Chippewa. Okay. Kanaka o Oiwi o Hawaii. Northern Cheyenne. Potawatomi. Tonawanda Seneca Nation. Wisconsin Oneida. Northern Arapaho. Dakota. Chowano. Sorry if I butchered that. Miami Nation of Indiana. Sorry, not India. Maybe there is a Miami Nation in India. I don't know. Eastern Band Cherokee. Pasquayaki. Sisseton Wapitan Oyate. Cheyenne River Sioux. Ute. I probably already said it, sorry. Yakama Nation. All right. Fort Peck. Pequot. All right. Han Chinese. Thank you. Amis of Taiwan. All right, our Métis relatives. Sami Nation. All right, our European descendant relatives, or AKA Caucasian Nation. We also have people of Pacifica. All right, and this one is going to make me cry. African American. African originated peoples, or generations of freed slaves. So, thank you. Thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. So I'm going to introduce the elders. What we do here with Jesus Eat Fry Bread Conference is we intentionally invite elders to come to this conference so that students like you can have that living connection to them. In a world where we're trying to decolonize or to dismantle or to just reconnect and recreate a lot of things to heal from our trauma, we're really trying hard to make sure that you have safe elders to make connections with. And so we specifically invite elders to come. They come out of their own time, their own money, and they are committed to supporting you in whatever journey you're on. If you need prayer, if you just need a listening ear, if you want to just start making a good connection with an elder, they're here for you. And so with that open invitation from the elders, I want to introduce Judge Richard Ackley. He's right there. So I'm guessing by Judge, if you also have any law questions, he's right there.
Job questions. You want to look for a job after questions.
Job after questions.
Tribal or federal?
Tribal question. Jerry Goins. He's made many trips to Jesus to eat fried bread, and we're thankful for him. Terry and Darlene Wildman. Eric Seberg. And Bruce Plummer. Thank you. Again, remember them and don't be shy to approach them. They're here for you guys and they are in full support of where you guys are at, what you guys are wanting to learn, making living connections with elders, and so I encourage you to do that. If anyone has Emily and Grace, Francine, we want to ask you guys to come up. We have a presentation for you guys. Emily? Yes. Did you guys want to, I'll wait for Megan.
You can bring the handhelds up a little. It's not really bad.
Yes. All right.
I want to say thank you for inviting us all and this stuff. And I'm Mr. Nails. I served 8 years in the military as a airborne ranger, and I was an officer. I led my men in Iraq. My youngest son, when he was just a baby, he was afraid of me. And then when I came back from Iraq, he kept sort of denying me in a way. But as he was growing up, he always used to say, "Dad, I want to be just like
Might
you.
be
I
on
want
the
to
edge
be a
of
ranger. I want to do all
reverb.
this."
I mean, feedback.
When he turned 17, he went
So
and
I
graduated,
don't know what it was.
joined the
Bring it
military.
just a touch.
He was a ranger in Afghanistan.
Feedback,
My
just a
oldest
little
daughter is a military intelligence officer. They were in at the same time, and they're enrolled in the Cheyenne Arapaho tribe. That's what my wife is, a Cheyenne Arapaho. And today, I spend it with these young men and young ladies that go to school, but the one that was carrying the staff and the one that was carrying the American flag, they are National Guard. They are seniors and they go into the military actively after they graduate this year. And I just want to say thank you for being here and allowing
Or
us
the individual channels.
to do our
Took them up
duties.
really high. To a handheld.
Since this was talking
Okay.
about the creator
I don't know
above
whether
too,
she's
I
on
don't
A4 or
really
A5, so I took them both
back
up.
to Steve, but I
That's good.
practice our traditional way and live that way too. So thank
On the high tone, can you bring highs up just a little bit? Just on those two. That's enough.
For Emily and Francine, we want to thank you for everything, for your hospitality. May you receive many blessings in return. Presenting you a child. And I'll give you guys a chance to introduce yourself or whatever you need to say. Yep. All right.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all here this evening. My name is Emily Chavez, and I am the coordinator for the Cheyenne Arapaho Tribes Higher Education Program, and I'm also a member of the Cheyenne Arapaho Tribes. So on behalf of the tribes, I'd like to welcome you all here tonight. Orino is my hometown. I grew up here. I was born here and raised here, and now I'm raising my own family here. I'm also an alumni of Redlands Community College, so it's always nice to be back on campus and here with you all. Originally, I was not supposed to be doing this welcome on behalf of the tribes. One of our chiefs, Gordon Yellowman, was supposed to be doing this, but unfortunately, he had a generous invitation to Washington, D.C. this week to pray over the Veterans Day Memorial Ceremony, and that was an invitation that could not be turned down. So here I am tonight, filling in for his shoes, and they're big shoes to fill. So I'm going to point out that public speaking is not my forte, it's not on my list of strengths, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And as Kelsey said, this conference has been a long time coming, and originally it was planned, in February of 2021 here in El Reno at Redlands. And while COVID struck our world in March of 2020, it also struck our tribal community in January of 2021. Many of our elders and loved ones who are very special and important in our community lost their lives to the virus. And because of this, the Would You Seat Fried Red Conference had to be canceled for the time being. But here we are now, finally in November of 2022. So I want to thank everyone for coming here tonight and being with us, and I hope your weekend is filled with fun, laughter, prayer, and great memories for you all. So thank you.
My name is Francine Williams, and I'm a Cheyenne Rifle tribal member, and I'm also Kiowa. When she was naming all the tribes off, I was like, do I stand up for every one of them? But I've like Emily said, I've been raised here in El Reno. It actually stands for reindeer. And as I was coming outside my house, I seen these big snowflakes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's snowing. And I couldn't believe it, and I had to call my mom right away. My mom's Cheyenne Arapaho. She lives out 12 miles west of Gary. She's 83 years old. And I was like, hey, Mom. She goes, what? And I was like, it's snowing here in El Reno. And she goes, oh my gosh. And my sister was with her, and she's like, let's go outside and see if it's snowing outside. And so they go outside, and it's just clear skies over here in Gary. And I was like, as I'm driving to Redlands, I see this pink skyline in the background towards the west, and I was like, it's clear over there, but there's a big dark cloud over us, And you just don't know what the weather's going to bring here in El Reno. But yesterday I got to drive out to Elk City, and it was raining and it was windy. The road from here to Clinton, Oklahoma, it's always windy on that highway. And last night as I was traveling back from Elk City, all these semis were passing me, and I'm in this big 15-passenger van, work van. And, those vans aren't very good in the wind. And every time that truck passed me, and I was behind some semis, as I was driving, I just kept saying to myself, because I wanted to pull off the road and wait, but I said, if I wait, the wind's just going to get stronger. So as I'm driving behind a semi, and these other semis are passing us, and we're both swaying, but the thing that I said to myself was, I kept saying to myself is, stay on the path, you can do it, stay on the path. And I didn't understand, but I know the Lord, when I travel anywhere, I always ask Him to get me there safely, that I would have safe travels to and from. I have a big family, and I always want to get home to them. It seems like when I'm away from them, they don't know what to do without Mom. They call me when I'm at a meeting, Mom, what to do? When do you want us to order the pizza? This was all last night. And I'm like, order it now, it's supper time, and it's just little things like that. Well, I just think about all the things that I learned in my lifetime as growing up here, working for the tribe, Cheyenne Rifle Tribes. I've been with the Johnson O'Malley program for 21 years with the tribe. The tribe has treated me good and treated my family good. El Reno's a little town that's not that big. We're, right on the skirts of Oklahoma City. But, I tell everybody as I travel to my job each morning, I see the buffalo. We have a big herd. We have over 700 head of buffalo at Concho. And when you go up to, you're driving into work, you know, when I look at that buffalo, I think of how strong he is, how powerful he is. And I get my strength from just watching him. And I get my strength, and I see hope in that buffalo, because I know that one day we might meet that buffalo one day to provide meat for our families. And they do. They provide meat for our tribal elders and our patients with diabetes. You know, we all get buffalo meat or you know, other things like that. But the tribe is very good. They take care of us, and I went and you know, I would be not lost without them, but, you know, my family, my husband today, as we celebrate Veterans Day, he was also Air Force veteran for 10 years. He served in Desert Storm, and I served along with him, and I've seen all the struggles that he had to face when he came home. And he still faces those things today, but you know, we have to go on and we have to live our lives the way that our God wants us to live. And so I didn't know anything about this with Jesus Eat Fry Bread, you know, and I thought about that, and I told my kids, I was like, Jesus probably cooked fry bread. He probably made fry bread. Probably made the best fry bread. But you know, they asked me to make bread too this weekend, and I'm like, well, okay, you know, but hopefully it'll taste just right. You know, my kids say, Mom, you make the best bread, you know, but, you know, they're my kids. They eat everything. But, you know, Emily invited me to come with her today, and, you know, I just want to welcome you to our community and to our homeland. And if you get a chance to go out to Concho, you can see our buffalo. We're doing tours, buffalo tours, but our buffalo are, right now, our grounds, you know, I'm glad it's raining. We kind of had a little drought going on, and they don't want to stress the buffaloes, so the tours got, you know, stopped just recently. But our buffalo did receive a grant, a $7 million grant, in October from the USDA. And I'm so proud of that, because then they're going to be studying our buffalo, and they're good to the environment. And so, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your stay here. Thank you.
Our buffalo and bison relatives also are good comic relief for us the past couple of years too, right? With just tourists and. But thank you so much once again. We hope that we are good visitors to your land. We thank you for welcoming us. We remember those that have passed during COVID with all of our communities too. And we thank you, and we hope that we can be good relatives to you while we're here. I'll have Kathy come back. Did you? Why don't you guys like stand up and stretch? Like just kind of, just like move your body around, stretch. Kick your leg up. Watch out for your neighbors. Yeah. Smack your neighbor. Smack your neighbor in the face. Okay. If you're happy and you know, slap your friend. 7-minute stretch. 7-hour stretch. Just kidding. I forgot to mention that the Cheyenne and Arapaho land actually goes from western Oklahoma all throughout this way, over here by Oklahoma City. They have, I think there's 7 Lucky Star casinos throughout, in Watauga, in Clinton, in Concho, Hammond, Canton. Yeah, there's a bunch of them, and you go throughout everywhere. You get into Cheyenne country. It's like everywhere. I'm really glad to have been able to move back here, because
I lived away for such a long time, and it's beautiful here. But yeah, so unfortunately, I was supposed to lead us in a round dance, but I sent our drum group away, so we're just gonna have to kill some time. Hey, get to know each other. All right, everyone, turn to your, I don't know, to your left. Shake the hand of the person to your left. I want one of you to all leave each other. Leave with one new friend this weekend, okay? One new friend this weekend. I'd like to see that. I have a question for all of you. I have a question for everybody. How are you all enjoying tonight so far? All right, that's great to hear. All right, I want to teach you all a little bit of Cheyenne, okay? Now, whenever we get ready to come back into our conference here, whenever we go out there to the workshops and we're trying to bring everybody back in, this is how I'm going to say, come here. I'm going to tell each one of you whenever we get ready to come here. Ne se os. Ne se os. Ne se os. When I tell you guys that, ne se os. Come inside. Come here. It's time to come back. Ne se os. Yeah, I was learning that last night. I had to ask my grandma Wanda. I was like, Grandma Wanda, how do you say come here? And she was telling me, ne se os. So whenever I say that, y'all come back over here. When we're eating out there, ne se os. Sorry, like I said, I'm not very good at it yet. I'm still learning. I'm not really sure how to fill this time right now, so I think we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next part, which we're actually running a little late, so that's okay. All right, time to call Donnie up here, the famous Donnie Begay.
Thank you. Let's give Kelsey a round of applause for her great introduction. In an effort to save time, I'm just going to introduce Terry Wildman really quick. So he's going to be our speaker, and him and his wife, Darlene, are going to pave our way this weekend with wise words and stories and songs. So it'll be great to hear from them. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to the nations, Cheyenne and Rockwell, for hosting us. I always say we've been planning this conference for 3 years because we started planning here before the pandemic, and now we're finally here. So let's give yourselves a round of applause for making it. Terry Wildman is the Chief Director of Rain Ministries. Terry and his wife Darlene live in Maricopa, Arizona, on the traditional lands of the Pima and Tohono nations, and I'm just going to invite them up now. So give them a round of applause. So we're just going to play a really quick game so you guys get to know our speakers and elders this weekend. So I think we're supposed to first make it. Are they supposed to close our eyes for the newlywed game thing? No, they just point at each other? Yeah, we'll try. All right, so just I'm going to read a question so you guys can just point to each other who it's more true of. Is that okay? You guys ready? Okay, we'll see. You can pray for them while we're doing the game. So the first question is, who gets up first in the morning? Okay, that was easy. Which one of you is always late? All right. Who's the better driver? No comment. Okay. All right. This question came from my friend. I'm sorry if I can say his name. So his question was, who makes the better fry bread? There we go. Yeah, that's good. Who has more speeding tickets? Maybe Terry has more, he just never told Darlene. He got a speeding ticket. All right, last question is a very important one. Who's the better lip pointer? That proves it's probably Terry. So yeah, give our top leaders a round of applause.
Our turn. Is this one on? Okay. So Darlene, I'm going to have her come up to the flute. I'm going to grab something here, a sacred iPad. And this looks pretty good. So what I'd like to do first, before I share anything, I really appreciate being here. I appreciate the Crew Nations and Native InterVarsity for trusting me to speak this weekend and for inviting us to be part of this. It's an amazing time. We've been doing ministry with Native people for over 20 years. But now we're working with the next, what I call the next generation, and the students and everything, and it just feels really good to be able to, pass that on. But I'd like to share with you. I wish I spoke my language, but I have learned an introduction, so I'm going to give you an introduction in the language that's been given me. Bujuniji, the Marazig, Gichi Animiki Manomashkiki Manadu, Indigo, Terry Wildman, Nishinakaz, Niminoayaga Yanim Uma Ayayan, Nungum. So what I said was in Anishinaabe-Moan, in Ojibwe, Minnesota dialect, that was taught me. I said, hello, my friends who share this life together with me. My Indian name, or my spirit name, is Gitchianimiki Manomashkiki Manadu, which was given to me by two of my mentors, Potawatomi and Ojibwe mentors. Voice of great thunder with a good medicine spirit, but I'm also known as Terry Wildman. And my wife Darlene is here with me. I didn't include that there, but Darlene is an honorary member of the Miami Nation of Indians of Indiana, and so she has been given the name
Ekipak Owasensu Nakamuni, which means Song of the Bluebird.
Song of the Bluebird, which actually we dedicated a CD with Darlene on the flute to the Miami Nation of Indians of Indiana. And also they will be at Urbana this year. The Tribal Council and the Chief Buchanan and possibly the drum. I think all the details are still being worked out to honor, because it's in Indianapolis. But I also said, as I was introducing myself, that it feels good to be here in this place today with you. And so I love the sound of the language of our people, and I try to pick up a little bit every day. There's several Ojibwe Word of the Day Facebook things that you ought to look. If you're Ojibwe, just go to. There's some really, really good ones there. But I want to say also that my ancestry is both Ojibwe and Yaqui. The Ojibwe are from the Great Lakes region. My great-grandfather grew up on Manitoulin Island and spoke the language better than I do. And we had a farm up there, I guess, and they married in to the people coming across the big waters. And so I have a mixture. I have German, I have English, I have Yaqui, I have Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, and I have a little bit of Spaniard mixed in there from my grandma, the Yaqui people. We also live, as Donnie said, I like to say on the traditional lands in Arizona, on the traditional lands of the Tohono O'odham and the Pima people there. And we are getting to know them over the years that we've been living there. I've been asked to speak this weekend, and I was given an introduction from Isaiah. We're going to talk about Isaiah, who we would call Creator will help us in the First Nation version. That's the meaning of his name. Creator will help us. And Isaiah spoke, I'm guessing about 2,500 years ago. Now, if you can imagine, how can a message spoken 2,500 years ago mean anything today to us? Well, that's what we're going to find out this weekend. We're going to find out if there is some meaning from this ancient scripture, this ancient sacred writing, for us today as Native people. I believe it goes beyond Native people, but it has a special message for our Native people here. So we're going to start out tonight. Darlene's going to play the flute, and I'm just going to read from the scripture. We've got a preliminary First Nation version translation of Isaiah chapter 60, verses 1 through 5. Creator will help us. Isaiah spoke to the people, and these words were written down from what he spoke. Arise and let Creator's light shine out from you. It is time for you to awake from your sleep, for the morning light you have been waiting for is dawning. Turn your face toward Grandfather Yahweh, and the rays of his beauty will shine upon you like the sunrise. Behold, even though great darkness has fallen upon the nations, Grandfather's light will break through the dark clouds and shine upon you. Yes, his great light will surround you for all to see. The nations around you will be drawn to this light of yours. Even their chiefs will come to honor you as this new day dawns. Lift up your eyes and look around you, for people are being gathered from all directions. Your sons are returning from distant lands. Your young daughters are being carried wrapped in their cradle boards. Your eyes will grow wide with joy when you see them. The great waters of the sea and from the surrounding lands, they come to honor you with their gifts. For several generations now, we, the indigenous peoples of North America, have had to walk in two worlds. The new world that invaded our lives has been forcing its colonial hold on us to transform us into its image. For a long time now, we have been pushed out of sight and out of mind, relics of an age gone by, silenced by an overwhelming colonial flood, romanticized or demonized by books and movies. It has been an arduous trail of tears, a trail many are still walking. Like the recent fires that have devastated our forests, leaving behind scorched and marred remnants of their beauty. Too many of our Native people struggle to restore and retain the beauty that's found in our cultures. But out of the ashes, as Isaiah also said, he gave us beauty for ashes. He is turning our mourning into dancing. A new generation is finding their voice. The prayers of our ancestors has borne fruit. This land needs the wisdom that Creator Creator has hidden deep within the first peoples that He sent here. Each generation has its spirit warriors He sent here. Each generation has these warriors that foster healing to the next generation. Now, it's your turn. Now it's your turn. What we're going to be looking at this weekend, there's so much into this verse that Isaiah speaks here. We're going to follow the trail of how you get from a 2,500-year-old prophecy spoken to another tribe and nation all the way across the ocean. How do you find that trail that leads to us here today? How do you find that path of how these words can actually speak to us? How that Isaiah's prophetic invitation to the people of Israel, who this invitation was first spoken to, makes its way from new in our generation, for our people, for this place, for this time that we live in, and for the next generation, and for the future. This is but what's going to be important, I think, is how we respond to this invitation. God's Creator speaking to every one of our individual hearts, and speaking to us as the native people of China. What is He saying? And how can we work together? How can we find a way here across all of our different tribal nations and different languages? How can we find a path to work together to see beauty restored among our people? And I believe this very land that we live in, this nation called the United States, needs the native people more than ever. So, how will we go forward? Are we going to go forward only in bitterness and fighting and warfare? Or are we going to find a path of healing, a path of forgiveness, a path where we can not hide the past, but put the past behind us and move away and move into the future, move into the calling that Creator has for us? We're going to look at Isaiah's prophecy at a couple of different things. It says in here, arise, shine. What the heck does that mean? How do we arise and what are we arising from? And what does it mean to shine? We got to think about it. Arise and shine sounds really good. You know, my face is in the flashlight. I don't know how to shine except the Scripture, these sacred Scriptures that I believe our native people can find connection to. These Scriptures will tell us what it means to shine and what shining is all about and what we have to arise from and where it's going to take us. We're going to look at the great darkness that Isaiah speaks about. Where there has been great darkness upon this land. And our native people have been the ones who have suffered under a colonial darkness. We're going to talk about that a little more. But we're not going to hang on colonialism and all the bad that's been done. We're going to say, how do we recover? How do we go forward? You know, I heard something a long time ago. The doctor told me when I broke my leg. He says, when that heals back together, that broken leg, when it heals, this place where it was broken becomes stronger than the rest of your leg. I said, wow, I like that. I think where we've been hurt the worst is where we can become the strongest. Where we have been pushed down, we can rise up even stronger against what's pushed us down. Because the healing the Creator brings to us through His Son, Creator sets free, Jesus, is a deep, full, true healing. And it's not a healing that robs us of of our indigenousness. It does not rob us or steal from us anything of what it means to be native people living in this land that He put us here first for. I hope over the next few days as I get to speak and as we study the scriptures together and we meet in small groups and stuff, that we can begin to think about these things, this darkness, this light, what it means to shine, and what it means to arise. Then we're going to also, tomorrow, we're going to look at a little bit, a window of the indigenous perspective on light and darkness. We have our own elders, our own ancestors, our own people that have spoken about light and darkness. And I tell you what, there's some really good stuff. Our ancestors had a really good understanding of who the Creator is. We didn't know His Son. We didn't know Creator walks among us. We didn't know Creator sets free. But we knew this great Spirit. We knew Him not perfectly, but we knew Him, I would say, in some ways better than the ones that said they were representing Him when they came here. So we're going to talk about that and talk about where it can take us. So I just want to thank you. I thank you for welcoming me. I thank the Cheyenne and the Arapaho people for welcoming this conference, the GCC conference. I was glad I was able to come here. I think it was back in February. I visited here, got to meet some of the local folks here and everything. And again, I feel honored to be here. Which, listen to Elliot. Thank you for listening.
Awesome. Thank you, Terry and Darlene. Thanks for the music. It was real. If you want to hear more music, you can play some songs. Come to your room tonight and Sarah leads you to bed. I don't know how much you charge for being pastor. Thank you again, Terry and Darlene, for sharing with us. We're looking forward to all the wisdom and stories you'll share with us. And again, I just encourage all of you students just to take the time to just be with our elders. Here, about this. They have a lot of wisdom to share, a lot of stories. Sometimes they talk too much, like Jake. Forgive them for that. But yeah, just take advantage of our elders that are here. They want to meet with you too. It might not look like it. Relevant, but they are. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thanks to the elders for being here. I have a lot of announcements, so we'll get to those quickly because you guys are waiting for small groups. First announcement is travel back to the hotel. We have the shuttles again. And tomorrow morning, same thing, same routine. Your breakfast to the shuttles tomorrow at okay, so 8:20 the shuttles are running, so 8:30 tomorrow, so make sure you have your breakfast home, so get there early before everyone eats all the food. There's a hangout space for all of you here from 8 at the hotel. There's a free space. Is that rest time? Is that rest time? It's not rest time. Is it here? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so yeah. If you're here on time, you can win a free t-shirt. Yeah, so make sure you're here on time for a free t-shirt giveaway. And then same thing with the, yeah. So that's about it. Small groups, does anyone know about small groups? They will not be assigned small groups. Everyone hopefully knows. Someone might know more about that than I do. peoples of this land. So if you're guests at the hotel, that means no running around, banging on doors, and just acting a fool. Don't do that. Just remember, just pretend your aunties and uncles are here listening to you, and you don't want them to run in your room telling you how to act. So just be adults, and yeah, just there's places for you to hang out at the hotel. So just utilize those spaces and just make sure you're courteous to other guests. Hotels, that's where it's involved. So just make sure you're quiet in your room. Hang out, go downstairs, or go to Brahms, or what else is there? Taco Bell, and all those other good places. So there's other places to hang out. So just remember to do that. And so I think hopefully that's anyone else. Oh yeah. What's your name, son?
Sure, Sushil Patel, you can share.
Just kidding. Yeah, so other hangout space at the hotel, we have some coloring pages and colored pencils if you like. We'll also have some snacks and stuff. This is in Home 2. That's the hotel. So we're not going to have hangout in every hotel. All the hangout is going to be in the first floor of Home 2. So we also have some fun games. Well, thanks. Thanks, Peter. Oh, yeah. I don't speak. So yeah. And where you're from. Sounds good.
Father, I just want to thank you for allowing each one of us to gather here today. Thank you for the pain and sorrow that came. Thank you for letting us all be welcome to the Spirit. Thank you for being here with us as well, Lord. I want to thank you for all the wisdom that was shared here tonight. And I want to thank you for all the elders that are here, all the young people that are here. And I pray that we all learn from each other this weekend and that we grow in our unique identities that you've given us. And I pray that each one of us that came here with a heavy heart, that came here with pain, that came here with hurts, I pray that you allow us to be able to heal or begin the healing process here. I want to thank you for giving each one of us the strength to be here, giving each one of us the chance to gather together. And I just pray that you let this weekend be a flourishing seed that will be planted. And I just want to thank you again for everything. Thank you for all the people who are here, the drum group that came in, the honor guard, the other elders, those who worked very hard to get this conference going. And I just want to thank you again, Heavenly Father. And I just pray that you let us all get a restful night's sleep, let us all mingle together, become part of a family. And I ask all these things in your Son Jesus' name. Amen.
Last quick announcement, 9 o'clock the bus will head back to the hotel. So once you're done, that's about an hour, so make sure you are on the hotel.
Which camera should I look at?
To the hotel.
I'll turn on the camera. It's right next to the house. Okay. Oh, yeah, that one. That one.
If you're joining us virtually,
Oh, yeah.
if you're joining us virtually,
Okay. And if you're joining us virtually, go ahead and go into Discord. Jakai is going to host an after party / discussion group in the meeting room. So
find that, and Jakai's going to also repost the link to the group. Thank you.
Oh. Okay. Now time.